This past weekend, the 10th International came to a close. That's right, you heard me. 10th. And if you're like me, and you've watched all 10 of these some live, then I'm sure you can agree that this one was for the ages. From the stomps, to the skewers, to the fact that the team to take home nearly $20 million was Spirit. It's safe to say that the 10th annual be-all and end-all of Dota 2, or as I like to call it, the best 2 weeks in esports, was a certified banger. Let's get into it. Okay, before we start diving fools and skewering them out from under their tier 3s, I must ask that all of you beautiful, talented, giga-brained men and women who stan and support Dota like the video, subscribe to the channel, and turn on notifications. Appreciate you. Okay, so after 2 TI-less years filled with dread, misery, and way too much online play, esports finally got back its best tournament. And boy, was it a heater. We had Hassan Bowl, the Boy Tour farmed a bunch, but unfortunately for us EG diehards, didn't win. OG were looking like they might dazzle yet again, but thankfully didn't three-peat. And the roster to take home the lion's share of nearly $40 million was Team Spirit. Sorry, I just still can't process the fact that the other Team something Rit didn't win. Now, if you don't follow Dota especially closely, Team Spirit being crowned TI champions might come as something of a surprise. If you do follow it closely, it might come as even more of a surprise. So, who are Team Spirit? Well, they're a fresh, new, largely inexperienced group of CIS-born nobodies. I don't mean that in a mean way. I don't. I mean, they're literally a group of up-and-coming, Miposhka-led rookies who'd never even been to TI before. And they won the damn thing. Because, as we all know, TI isn't real life. It's just anime incarnate. For 2 weeks, the laws of reality get suspended, and Dota becomes this harrowing scripted soap opera where dreams come true so long as they should have been impossible to begin with. It is the best thing in esports. No cap, as the kids say. What makes this whole thing even crazier is that they did it from the second round of the lower bracket. The only team ever to do that before was Team Liquid in 2017, and let me tell you, they were way bigger contenders than Spirit. And that is not even touching upon who Spirit beat. You know that Grim Reaper meme, the one with the logos on the doors? This was that on, like, steroids. They started out by beating Fnatic, which was like, oh, nice. And then they proceeded to, 2-0 OG, handing the 2-time back-to-back champions their first main stage loss in 4 years. And can I just say, on behalf of all of us, thank f***ing God.
Team Spirit end the game, taking down OG. What a Cinderella story here on the main stage.
Absolutely incredible Team Spirit. And look at them, they're cold. There's cold stone in there. They just knocked out the chance.
Now, to be very clear, I have nothing against OG. I love OG. I was in Vancouver when they made their TI8 anime success story, and it will forever be the greatest thing to ever happen in esports. But if they had won a 3rd consecutive TI, like, Dota would just have been over. Like, Gaben would have had to delete it from Steam. Spirit went on to roll Virtus Pro, Invictus Gaming, and make top 3 before toppling Western tournament favorites and all-around super team Secret in the lower bracket final, before facing off against Eastern tournament favorites and all-around super team PSG LGD in the grand final. And what a f***ing final it was. I mean, come on. Now, if for some reason you didn't catch it, either because you can't follow Dota to save your life, or because you're some league weirdo who was watching week 86 of Worlds, here is the gist of it. PSG LGD are guaranteed to win. There's like no shot they lose. It's pretty much impossible. Their star player, Ame, gets paid more than most teams. In fact, by upsetting Secret, Spirit have basically handed China their first TI in half a decade. So naturally, Spirit went up 2-0. Because, again, it's TI. Also, because apparently Collapse is the new son of Magnus, and since LGD opted not to ban it, they were forced to watch as the homie Blink skewered their goods into the loving bosom of Collapse's teammates every chance he got. It was truly a masterclass in Magnus. S4 would be proud.
The spider legs.
Walking in, they get him with the horn toss, chasing down for more. Ame's done.
Remember when Zhao 8 was all, oh, we know about the Magnus. We got this.
我们有想过他们拿猛犸这个英雄，就是先是在我们意料之中。
How'd that go for you, bud?
But they catch him right away with the glyph. Collapse, pulls him back in, breaks the coil.
Why?
They're thinking about going, they pull him back in, and he is done. There's an opening, the horn toss, the pullback with Skewer, and immediately gets the kill.
I know. They countered it with the Rubik. I'm just memeing. Is it copium to say, like Shin Q did, that it had nothing to do with why LGD lost? I mean, kind of. Should they have banned it in Game 5? Maybe. But hey, they did put on one hell of a performance. Oh, and if you haven't done yourself the favor of watching the Russian VOD of Spirit going up 2-0, you really should. It's a treat. Some goated Reddit user put together a translation, and it is the hypest thing I have ever seen. Havost is stupefied as Vilot puts on the performance of a lifetime.
Минус 3, трое без байбека, коллапс, дальше цепляет CQ, тут же Тарататонга сюда, и Диэмри Фейсбиан выкопился, минус 7 уже в этой драке, и последний на привязочку посадили, и добивает Фейсбиана после байбека, минус 9 ГГ, 2-0!
Of course, Spirit proceeded to get absolutely rocked in the next two games, because, again, it's TI.
Why's not dying? Nobody's dying. They all fall again as GG is called 23-3. A statement from LGD.
Did he get a blink call?
It didn't happen.
Like,
it was just too
the whole
good.
game, that was crazy.
The result was a Game 5 that Spirit had no business being in, never mind winning. One that will definitely go down in history as one of the greats, since at this point, pretty much everyone figured that Spirit's mental was chalked beyond repair. Especially after this happened.
8 seconds until Arme with the Ancient! They're looking to close it up! They can taste the championship, they can taste the money, but the backdoor protection kicks in! The backdoor protection is in, it's not over yet! It's not over yet!
But it wasn't, somehow. Because, again, say it with me this time, it's TI.
They're gonna chase on! Slight chase! Arme is gone! 2 minutes, no Tiny! Ancient exposed! They're ready to close it this time. Only 2 left. Can they stop a PSG LGD? I don't think they can. GQ's got it. It's over! GG! It's over! GG! They've got it! They have done it! Team Spirit! They come into the grand finals! 2 games straight up! They take them away from PSG LGD! Game 3, Game 4! PSG LGD, they hit back! But the Game 5, even though they get knocked out in 3 and 4, Spirit, they come back with the same skill and ability that's taken them this whole road.
Is this the craziest Cinderella story in the history of the International? Crazier than OG at TI8? I mean, it has to be, right? Like, don't get me wrong, OG were down bad back then, but they'd still won majors once upon a time. Plus, OG traversed through the upper bracket. Spirit's run through the lower was an anime power-up for the ages. Or, better yet, Aegis.
Jesus Christ.
Oh, come on. That was good! That said, it is nice to see a sort of Ember Spirit-esque balance and all things regularity instilled back within the International. I have long said that the only reason I didn't like watching OG win TI9 was because I was a huge fan of that insane no-repeat winner record that we had. The International has always been about forever changing 5 players' lives, and I'm super glad that this year we got that back in droves. Of course, there's other stuff to talk about as well. Hassan Bowl, EG going out early, Secret failing to close yet again, and the myriad of roster shuffles that are guaranteed to start leaking in the weeks to come. Nothing helps cure post-TI withdrawal like some good old-fashioned drama. Where are you at, LGD Ame fan? I'm dying out here. Come on, we need you. Also, shout out to the insane talent lineup. A lot of first timers this year, and y'all were phenomenal. I have been watching this game for a long time, and it was extremely refreshing to see the vets complemented by a sea of fresh, passionate personalities. Anyway, that's all I got for you today. All in all, TI-10 certified heater. Totally worth the wait. Of course, now all we can do is sit around, hop into a TI-11 waiting room thread on Reddit, and talk shit about all the awful Magnus pickers in our pubs. See you next time. It's just like, it would literally be the equivalent of, you know that Cloud9 team, the 2018 Worlds one with like Blabber and Licorice and like with the benching and all that shit? If they had won 2018 Worlds and then 2019 Worlds, you'd be looking at it like, okay, this is cool, but like, what the f is going on? Like, this is not real life. Like, that is literally OG. Thompson was this little, fresh, sweet little pub star who won TI. It was his first LAN. He'd never played a LAN before, and he won TI. And people were like, it's magical. It's anime. It's anime. By the power of God and anime, this man did it. It's awesome. It's great. And then a year later, did it again. And people were just like, what the fuck is happening? Dan Rosen has said that for years. He says that if OG had won this third consecutive TI, Gaben would walk out on stage and he would just announce that Dota is over. Like, it's been beaten. It's been solved.